Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Cindy Stark coming in for my Tuesdays at 2 live every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. I come in here and tell y'all something that I think might help you in your journey of healing, whether that's spiritually, mentally, emotionally, or physically. And excuse my appearance today. I just got off the plane. I've been up since 3 in the morning. I'm in Colorado, so for me it's actually 12 o'clock, not 2 o'clock. But I'm here visiting my friend Jana in Colorado, and I've never been to Colorado, and I am so excited to be here. And the mountains are beautiful, and this home is beautiful. It looks like we're in the beach, and I'm just so happy to be coming in here talking to you guys today. So I wanted to tell you guys about a story, and it's going to be a very short live today because number one, I've been up since 3, and number two, I'm just, I guess I'm just needing a nap. But so last week, something happened to me, and I won't go into the details, but something happened that made me I received a text message that instantaneously made me raging mad, okay? Like so mad that I was having to like pull my hair up and my neck was really, really hot. And I just felt like, you know how when you get mad, sometimes it's just like heat comes on you. Well, one thing I learned a long time ago in my trauma healing that I went through back in late 2020 is that emotions are here to actually tell you something, okay? They're here to support you. And so I really wanted to listen to what that emotion of anger and rage was telling me, all right? And so, and if y'all are coming in live, you can type in hashtag live. And if you're coming in on the replay, type in hashtag replay and tell me where you're coming from because I always love seeing where everybody's from. Well, anyway, so I'm doing a process. I've hired an IFS therapist. She's stands for Internal Family Systems, and I was and I just kind of hired her for this little four week kind of period of my life to kind of help me with some money like money shadow doing some money shadow work is why I actually hired this woman. And it was so cool, this process that she did. Hey Jana, it's good to see you. I'm in your house. Anyway, but it was so good, this process that she did. I just wanted to share it with you guys, and then also to tell you about the synchronicity that's happened in my life and her life ever since then. So I was telling her that when this rage comes upon me, that it makes me feel very, very hot, and I immediately feel choking sensation. Sometimes I don't even choke here in my throat, which is where I think most people typically choke. But sometimes I choke way down here in my solar plexus because I've had literally esophageal constriction. I've had to get it dilated and everything. And this is the center of your self confidence and your self worth. And so I always have to work on this solar plexus. I literally the color that is designated to this solar plexus, this solar chakra, is yellow. So I have yellow stones. There's a frequency, a certain megahertz of frequency that vibrates at a yellow frequency of the rainbow, and I play that in the background, and all kinds of things. You can even eat yellow food, bananas and squash and things like that. But also you can go and get medically treated. So I always use a multidisciplinary, holistic, and medical approach to heal whatever ails me because I want to get better from things and I want to get better fast. So anyway, when I got that text message last week, I started choking. I felt a physical sensation of choking and I felt the heat. So I was telling this IFS specialist about it, and she said, if you had to think of an object that feeling coming upon you could represent, what would that object be? And it didn't even take me more than about 20 seconds, and I came up with an octopus. So, because I felt like the octopus was kind of like taking one of his tentacles and putting it around my neck, making me choke. Another one down here in my solar plexus. Another one was, just turning up the fire and just like literally turning my feet on fire, making my whole entire body just hot. And it took me almost, 2 or 3 hours to kind of let all that get out of my system. And so I was thinking of about, but those, each one of the legs of the octopus was constricting me. Okay, so the first word that came to my mind was like a boa constrictor, but it was like 8 of them, like an octo-constrictor. So it was like 8 different. So an octopus, instead of having 8 legs, it was 8 different snakes. And so anyway, she said, so she had me go through this process, and it's very similar to the processes that Jana and I do in our trauma release clients that we take care of, where you have them kind of imagine what that feels like in your body, and then you kind of do a process to kind of lessen the sting of everything and resource yourself, and then you see what it feels like after. But this lady just did it kind of in a different way, and she told me this. She said, "Is there anything that octo-constrictor wants to say to you?" And I said, and this is when the tears started flowing. And right now, this counselor I'm seeing has me crying, scheduled crying 1 time a week, because I'm going through a lot of stuff in my life right now. And you're going to be much more mentally, have all your mental capabilities and faculties about you if you're able to get the negative emotions released, which is what crying does for you, okay? So anyway, the tears started crying, and she started flowing, and she asked me if the octo-constrictor, what is it trying to tell you? And I realized that what it was trying to tell me is, hey, Cindy, something's happening right now that you need to pay attention to. And you need to pay attention to it right now. And that's when the heat came up. And then, hey, Cindy, someone's violating your boundaries. And so that's when the throat constriction came up. And then it immediately made me realize that over these past 22 years of my life, with certain jobs and certain relationships, and I won't go into any details because none of that personal stuff matters, but there are some times when we're living our lives where we're no longer living in authenticity and incongruence with what's right for ourselves. And the whole entire world right now is going through this period of awakening where the masculine kind of go, put yourself on a schedule, goals, and where you just really living in your masculine, that's kind of going away now. And we're coming, everybody in the world is coming into more of a feminine energy right now, where we're kind of more in flow. And so what I realized is that for some relationships and some jobs, this octo-constrictor character that I feel like is a part of me, all right, it's kind of like my litmus test, my truth serum. It's been trying to tap on my shoulder. Sometimes it will really, really try to get my attention and make me feel like I'm choking. Sometimes it'll get my attention and make me feel hot. But what it's mostly trying to do is say, something's going on that's not in alignment and not congruent in your life right now. Please think about your highest wisdom. Think about what's in your best good and act accordingly. And some relationships can just be for short periods of time in our life. Some jobs can just be for short periods of time in our life. Everything doesn't have to be there with us forever, okay? And so she had me, this IFS specialist had me get the octo-constrictor off of my proverbial neck, or get the proverbial octo-constrictor off of my neck. And she said, where would you have to put him or it or her to make you feel safe, where you could learn some higher wisdom from this creature? And I said, and I was in a doctor room at this hospital where I work, and I said, well, I would like to put it was genderless, so I called it an it. I would like to put it in a cage and put it right over there behind this wooden door, which is where the shower and the bathroom is. And I feel like there's no way that it can hurt me right now. And she said, is there any wisdom that that octo-constrictor can tell you? I hope this all doesn't sound completely crazy. It's kind of like an exercise that you can do. So and so she said, is it now that it's in the cage, is there any wisdom that it's trying to tell you? And again, the tears started flowing. And what I realized is that all this octo-constrictor has been trying to tell me the whole time, like I said before, is and this was part of the other legs, right? Some of the other boa constrictors that were the legs. One of them was to align your chakras. You know, you have thousands of chakras all in your body, but there's 7 main ones that go from your root and your sacrum, solar, heart, throat, third eye, crown. Those are the 7 main ones. And so one of the legs was just saying, align your chakras and see where you're not feeling. Are you not tapping into your creativity? Are you not being able to express your love? Are you not feeling confident? Are you not feeling rooted in your what your place is in this life? And so that was one of the legs, and the other one was giving me a crown, and it just said, I'm here to love you. I can make you hot if I have to get your attention that way. I can choke you in your neck if I have to get your attention that way, but I really don't want to do either one of those. I just want you to love yourself, align your chakras, and then also put this crown on your head, which is what belongs there. And I can't remember what all the other legs were, but I journaled about it and drew. I did a lot of artwork after that session was over, and if y'all want me to, I will share that picture below because it was very telling. I mean, she just kind of got me to this raw place of emotions, and I really felt like I was able to tap into a lot of inner wisdom. And so now, so then let me tell you about some synchronicities that happened ever since then. So once she said, all right, if you could take that creature out of the cage, could you like have it walk alongside of you? And y'all could like live life together, so it could always be telling you this wisdom about, stay in alignment. And if I need to, there's another person that says a feather and a brick and something else, where a feather, something, and a brick, where God will sometimes give you a feather to try to show you what's important in his walk for your life. And if that doesn't work, then he throws like a rock. And if that doesn't work, then he'll have to throw a brick. And it's like, please don't make God throw bricks at you. And so this Octo-Constrictor guy, if he could just walk alongside of me and just show me what I'm supposed to know, then maybe I wouldn't have to go through this serious choking. I mean, that was a physical symptom. And so sure enough, I said, actually, it's coming out of the cage, and it is actually wanting to sit right here on my shoulder. And kind of like just say, hey girl, I'm right here with you. I am right here with you. I'm going to keep you safe. I'm going to keep you aligned. I'm going to, if anybody starts crossing one of your boundaries, I'm going to speak up immediately and give you a physical symptom, or just remind you who you are and what kind of boundaries you need to have in your life. Because who in the house never even knew about boundaries until they were in their 50s? I know I didn't. I mean, boundaries just weren't anything that any of us ever talked about, ever, in my family. And you really are, you are a whole healthy being, and you need to put up boundaries to keep yourself safe. So anyway, I literally said that this Octo-Constrictor was on, octopus that had boa constrictors for legs, was on my shoulder, walking with me in life. And over the next couple of days, I would notice at the hospital, I felt like a presence, like an awareness. Cindy, you need some alone time. So I would go into a really quiet part of the hospital. Cindy, you are actually, you've been spending way too much time alone. You've been sitting too much. Get up and walk and go talk to people. And so I would go sit in another side of the hospital where I could talk to the nurses and the MAs and the med techs and all that. And so anyway, I was just going about my life, and I was telling that IFS lady that I had hired that was telling me about all this whole exercise and process, just how it was going so well having this octopus on my shoulder. As weird as that sounds, and I'm not kidding you, she, and I can show this to you too down in the comments, but she said, Cindy, I am not kidding you. Some friend of mine just sent me a TikTok about a lady, showing what it's like to try to clean a fish tank. She was like in a big aquarium, and how to clean a fish tank when an octopus is in the fish tank. And it was like trying to hold hands with the cleaner, and then with the lady that was cleaning, and then it was like trying to tap her on the shoulder, and then it literally crawled up and sat on her shoulder in this TikTok. And we're like, you can't make this stuff up. So I saw that as a huge sign that I'm following the path God wants me to follow, and that as silly as that might sound, if it helps me to think about this sweet little octo-constrictor on my shoulder, helping me make good decisions and helping me remind myself, come on, Cindy, put up boundaries, because it's something I've never thought about before. If that can help me find my path in life to live my most true, authentic life, then so be it. But anyway, that's all I really wanted to share with you guys today. It was a very interesting thing that happened, and then real life octopus on someone's shoulder, and it was just amazing. So I hope that helped you guys or served you and let you think about something in a different way, going through, me kind of sharing with you a piece of my life last week. But I will see you guys next Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. And until then, take care. I love you guys, and I hope that everybody, oh, hey, Kathy, and hey, Debbie, I didn't even see that y'all were both on, and Janice. Yeah, right, Debbie? That is such a sign. And thank you, Kathy, saying that makes perfect sense to me. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the comments. I'm over here at Jana's, and she has the sweetest little dog. Can we show your dog? Yeah. Look at that sweet little dog. Her name is Willow. Anyway, I just want to pet her the whole time. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week. Take care and have a great week.